Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe for Inter-Sassuolo 4-2. Really spectacular game. A game that happens in between these two Euro derbies. So, it was a peculiar game because we had a massive turnover. Especially on the right chain of our team, we ended up having a completely new setup with D'Ambrosio, Gagliardini and Bellanova. And it's not easy to play with new players against a team that's so well lubricated, talking about strategy and tactics, because Sassuolo is really a team that works perfectly. Mechanisms are wonderful, and I was really inspired by Dionisi's approach to the game. But in the beginning of the second half, after that masterpiece from Big Rom, we actually got a bit lucky because we basically watched two own goals scored by the same player, by the way. And I want to say that yes, we got lucky, but luck does favor the bold, because in that second half we did try to close the game and to put it to sleep, and we almost managed to do it. Let's go back to the first half. It was a really difficult first half. Sassuolo overplayed us almost in every area of the pitch and deserved to score at least one goal. Had the first half ended on a 0-2, I don't think there would have been much to say, because they had the opportunities to score, and we scored only on an individual play, because basically D'Ambrosio gave the ball to Big Rom and he solved it by himself. So we got a bit lucky, I have to say, in the first half, for the wrong reasons, because we didn't deserve that luck. But we did deserve it in the second, because we came back from the locker room with a good or better spirit. It wasn't only because of the change between Lautaro and Correa, I believe, because I actually appreciated Correa's performance yesterday. I think it was just a regrouping in the locker room and understanding that you're close to closing and to putting to sleep as such a crucial game for our Champions League qualifications, that it gave the team the right sprint. So we have the first goal from Bellanova, and then the second one from Lauti, and after that, on the 3-0, demonstrating that really the team was there, Sassuolo stepped up, and I was particularly impressed by Berardi as usual, but Frattesi. I think Frattesi could be a very good midfielder for Inter. He is comparable in some ways to Barella in terms of substance and quality. So I was really impressed. And they came back. They scored 2 goals. I wouldn't say for 2 individual errors in defense, but definitely somebody didn't do his job properly, because the first goal, Gagliardini and D'Ambrosio basically left the man by himself, and in the occasion of the second goal of Sassuolo, it was an individual mistake by Aslani. Okay, Frattesi is great, the way he infiltrated through the defensive lines of Inter was very good, but still, Aslani had to do better there. And then, when things seemed a bit creepy for us, with some minutes of terror in the end, risking the tying goal from Sassuolo, then again Big Rom on a fantastic pass by Brozovic scores the 4-2, and really discourages, definitely for the last time, the Sassuolo team that I have to admit really played well. So going to the players, we have Andanovic 6.5, nice save on Frattesi in the first half. In general, he was very good in being attentive on the different situations. He distributed ball pretty well. I watched again and again the 2 goals of Sassuolo, and even though they happened in the penalty box, I don't think those crosses could have been intercepted by Andanovic, honestly. So it's a 6.5 for him. D'Ambrosio 5.5. He wasn't good at all on a head header in the first half that really was probably the most dangerous opportunity for Sassuolo in the first half, because he left his man alone. But then, you know, he had a couple of nice situations in which he recuperated the ball. After all, he made the assist for Big Rom for the first goal, and all in all, because of this assist, I don't give him a bad grade, but a 5.5, because, you know, it's not easy to play so seldom and to play with a chain that's completely renewed. So 5.5. De Vrij 6. When there was the goal from Sassuolo that was not conceded in the first half, his positioning was appalling. But then he started growing again. He was more careful in other situations. He was given a yellow card for a fall that was not a fall, because he hit the ball clearly. And you know, all in all, I give him a 6, De Vrij. Acerbi 6.5, because he's a warrior. It's incredible. It's an Highlander, 34 years old, and he plays every game. And you know, these games are tough. And he's always very confident about his qualities. With his head, he's really impeccable. And that's why I give him a 6.5 to Acerbi. Di Marco 6.5 as well. In the first half, like the whole team, he was suffering the new lineup, but he had a couple of nice crosses and even a nice volley shot in the second half. So it's a 6.5 for Di Marco, I would say. Gagliardini 5+. He has a very good, of course, physical power, but very, very little brain when it comes to making the right choices, and most of all, zero fit. His technique is, I think, the worst in the team, even after Dumfries. So, you know, he lost a couple of dangerous balls. Yes, he did protect with his physical power the ball in some situations, but on the first goal he also contributed to leaving the man alone together with with D'Ambrosio. So they committed both a mistake on the first goal, and if I have to find a positive aspect, I have to say that he was pretty good when he stood on the first post during the Sassuolo's corners, because he was very good at deflecting balls and cleaning our penalty area. And also he kind of initiated the play of the fourth goal. So all in all, I give him a 5+ because of these two reasons. Tubeman Brozovic is a 7.5. We have Brozo is back. He's incredible. Orchestra director, incredible. He made the assist of the fourth goal. He recuperated lots of balls, including one in which he then lost it again and then got a yellow card. But all in all, it's a 7.5. He was really amazing in our midfield, and Inter required these sort of leaders in midfield to step up, because again we had a lot of players not used to be on the starting lineup. So Tubeman Brozovic is a 7.5, just as much as Miki, the Armenian train, gets a 7.5, because he started off with a couple of lost balls, but then he grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And the soccer relationship with Brozovic is so amazing. They understand each other like two lovers. It's incredible. And then he also, I can remember, gave a great assist for Big Rom, who was not lucky in converting it into a goal, and he made the assist for the third goal. So all in all, my grade to Mkhitaryan is 7.5. Bellanova, it's a 7-. He wasn't as good in the first half as he was in the second half, but I appreciated not only his speed yesterday, but also his technique in some crosses. At least I counted 3 crosses before the one that originated the own goal by Sassuolo that were really well done. So What I appreciated in particular on the play that brought to the own goal by Sassuolo is that he got the ball in a position in which he was in a very dangerous situation, because he had behind himself only Mkhitaryan. It was during a corner kick for us. There was only Mkhitaryan behind him, and he chose to try and dribble and then to cross, which he did. But this choice of going forward and trying to dribble is a choice that only a player like Bellanova can make. 90% of the players in that situation turn around, give the ball to Mkhitaryan, who gives it to Andanovic, because we can then recuperate our positions. No, in that moment Bellanova did something really courageous, and that's why he gets a 7-. Lukaku 8+. He's a tank. He protects every ball so well, helping the team to come up, but also helping the team to have the right pace in the actions and in the plays. So he's really crucial. The goals that he scored are something really noticeable. The first one, of course, reminded me of Vieri with Parma, although Vieri's goal was better, but it was a really powerful shot. And then the second one, not so much the shot, but the way he controlled the ball and the way he changed directions gave me the impression that we really are in presence of the real Big Rom, and that's a good thing. So it's an 8+ for Big Rom. Correa 7-. Yes, I know that many of the 3 people that see my videos will be upset with this grade, but I want to reward Correa, because it's not easy to be in his position, always booed by the fans, and it's a really tough context. And despite this, the first half he did some great plays. For example, in the very beginning he infiltrated Big Rom with a nice, lovely pass. Then he was also very good in recuperating the ball in defense and starting our counterattacks. 2 times he did that majestically. And on the first goal by Big Rom, he makes the perfect move, because he brings the other defender away and lets the space for Big Rom to dribble on the left and to shoot. So it was a good performance according to me, and it could have been very useful even in the Euro Derby with his qualities. I hope he is not injured for many days, because he's also progressing like the rest of the team, even though he started by lower levels, but still, he's progressing. 7- for Correa. Lauti 7+. Great energy, electrifying energy. He scores the goal and he gives a fantastic ball for Bellanova, and all in all you see that he is hungry like the bull, not like the wolf, like the Duran Duran song. So it's a 7+ for Lauti. Gosens 6-, because I appreciated that he came back very quickly from his injury, but he's not there yet. He had a couple of launches that he tried to make that were completely off, but I'm glad that he's back, because he's another person, another player, another resource on which we can count for this last month of games. And then we have Aslani. Unfortunately, it's a 5+, because second goal of Sassuolo is his fault. There's nothing to say. He did have a couple of nice crosses, and he even had a couple of nice runs to show himself and to get the ball that was infiltrated or launched behind their defense. And then it didn't turn out well, but he moved well some of the plays, but that mistake on Fratesi's goal, although it wasn't easy to mark Fratesi in that occasion, brings him a 5+. Bastoni 6, Darmian 6, Inzaghi 7.5. Simone, I was always with you, although at one point after the defeat with Juventus I thought that your destiny was signed, let's say, but you are coming back so strong, and there are so many things about your style and about your idea of soccer that I like a lot. that I would really be happy if you would be the coach of Inter for next year as well. And with the results you're bringing, this is looking like it's very possible. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It's very important for me. And leave a comment. Tell me how I can make these videos better. Also, don't forget to punch the like button. And thank you so much for watching as always. And as always, Forza Magica Inter. Ciao.